Okay, so it's going to be easiest if I do a video to show you how to do this in Excel. Here you can see that I've already got my X and Y values listed in. This is just to, do a quick example so you can see how it works. So in order to get the graph first, because that's where we start, I'm going to highlight the first two columns so that Excel knows that that's where the data is coming from. The first column here is going to be the input. The second column is the output, so I have the X and the Y. And if I come up here to the Insert tab and then go over to Charts, if I click on that, it gives me these different chart options. And we're going to use the first one, the scatter plot. You can see that once I have the mouse hovering over that, it already shows me a preview of what that's going to look like. I can hover over the others if I want to, see what, I have no idea what, what that stuff is, but I can look and see what those are going to look like. And then if I click on that, I have my graph here. Now, in order to add in the information that we need for the problems, I'm going to go to this plus symbol and click Chart Elements. Over here, I can choose different options, like I could get rid of the axes if I want to get rid of the axes. I could add axis titles if I want to add in titles. We're not going to worry about that right now. The thing that we want to worry about is this trend line. So if I look at the trend line and click this arrow on the side, I then again can choose several different options. We're going to go with exponential, and when I click that, then it shows what that exponential curve, what that exponential fit looks like with the data points that we've given. And if I go to more options, then here on the side I have all these different options. Now it starts off showing linear when I do that, so again I'm going to want to choose exponential. And if I do display equation on chart at the bottom here, then you can see all of a sudden, boom, there we've got the equation for this fitted curve being shown right here. Then I can move that around if I want. If we want to also then be looking at the R value, the R squared value, let's see, this just changed on me because I'm clicking on the other parts here. We'll come back. So here I'll come to trend line, more options. So I come, there we go. So we get back to this. I can do display R squared value. And so, but that's using the linear. It switches back. It doesn't always work the way you want the first time, but we can always get back to where we need to be. So I'm going to do more options. We want to do exponential first, and then do the R squared value there. That looks a lot better now. So now I've got the R squared value and the equation there. And hey, that's always good to show you that, this kind of changes on the side. So if we ever need to go back, I can just come here to the plus, come back here to that arrow, choose more options, and then it brings me back to this screen here. And then we want to always remember that we're going to be using that exponential because the default is the linear fit, so we want to use the exponential here. I think that's basically most of what you need to get the rest of these problems done. So give it a shot. Let me know how